Fighting crime is a collective responsibility, which is the reason why we bring to you Crime and Road Safety Watch, a program that is proudly brought to you by your police service, the Zimbabwe Republic Police, as a way of promoting synergies in the fight against crime. Elliot Kudzai Ganyani is my name, and like all times, it is always an extraordinary privilege and indeed an honor to have you along. We would like to sound a strong warning to perpetrators of violent crimes such as murder and robberies, among other such acts, that such callous acts are not taken lightly by the Z32E and will be met with appropriate responses as and when necessary to maintain law and order in the country. Therefore, the Zimbabwe Republic Police confirms a serious shooting incident and exchange of fire by the Criminal Investigation Department, Homicide Department, and armed robbery suspects in Norton on the 3rd of October 2025. 4 suspects have died while 2 detectives sustained injuries and are currently admitted at a local hospital. 2 of the 4 suspects are foreign nationals. The police received information and tracked a motorized syndicate which had come from South Africa to pounce on targets in Bulawayo, Harare and Kwekwe. As the detectives were following, the suspects fired at them, resulting in a serious exchange of fire near Norton Tollgate along the Harare-Bulawayo road. Subsequently, the detectives recovered the suspect's getaway car, a Toyota Axio, a Gisan 9mm parabellum pistol with a magazine of 2 rounds, a 9mm parabellum pistol with a magazine of 1 round, 1 pair relay grey army green shoes, and 1 navy blue jacket inscribed Grey Wolf. One of the suspects was captured on CCTV wearing the recovered shoes and jacket during an armed robbery incident which occurred on the 30th of September 2025 at a local hospital in Harare, where 1,833 United States dollars in cash and airtime recharge cards worth 140 United States dollars were stolen. The suspects are clearing 5 robbery cases which occurred in Harare and Bulawayo between the 25th of June 2025 and the 3rd of October 2025, including a case of robbery which occurred in Njube, Bulawayo on the 25th of July 2025, where 8,000 United States dollars and an iPhone were stolen. The Zimbabwe Republic Police reiterates that there is no going back in the fight against armed robbery cases in the country. All syndicates, whether locally or foreign-based, will be decisively dealt with in line with the country's laws. The public is urged to report criminal activities to the police on National Complaints Desk number 0242 703 631 or WhatsApp number 0712 800 197 or report at any nearest police establishment. Police seeks to maintain law and order without injuring or killing anyone, but will react with appropriate action to quell anything that threatens the peace and security enjoyed by Zimbabweans. Members of the public will be kept abreast regarding this case. Moving on, the Zimbabwe Republic Police will not tire in its effort to support government in the fight against the menace of drug and substance abuse. Relentless efforts are being made to account for both drug peddlers and abusers with a view to address this scourge. This past week, police destroyed a significant amount of drugs and substances at Salimugabe Hospital in Harare. The drugs were seized in various anti-drug and substance operations conducted around the country. The police spokesperson, Commissioner Paul Nyati, witnessed the destruction and had this to say.
The Zimbabwe Republic Police confirms the destruction of several drug and substance abuse items, which include 83.9 kgs of dagga, 75 kgs of body-enhancing tablets. We also have liquids, almost 256.8 liters of illegal substances, among other several items such as ecstasy drugs, which have been duly given disposal instructions by the courts. That's why you see that here we have got the Zimbabwe Republic Police, Medicines Control Authority of Zimbabwe, we have got the National Prosecution Authority, all witnessing this destruction. And these cases have been disposed of by the courts, where the suspects have been given various sentences. And we want to thank Zimbabweans for the cooperation which they are giving to the police in the fight against the drug and substance abuse activities in the country. And as we speak, we confirm the arrest of 2 suspects in Kwekwe and the recovery of 750 kgs of dagga, which was on transit to Harare. And this dagga had come through the country's points of entry and exit. And we also have another suspect. We have been arrested after being found in possession of 60 kgs of dagga, again destined for market in Harare. So as the Zimbabwe Republic Police, we reiterate, there is no going back in the fight against drug and substance abuse activities in the country. And we will continue to name and shame anyone who is involved in drug peddling, irrespective of their status. There is no one who is above the law, and I want to assure Zimbabweans that the law is the law, and definitely action will be taken. What we want is information. The public should feel free to give information to the police on anyone who is involved in drug trafficking, on anyone who is involved in drug peddling, and definitely the law will take its course.
The Zimbabwe Republic Police is deeply saddened by the tragedy that led to the death of 3 miners in a car boot in Kwazana Extension a fortnight ago. The police spokesperson, Commissioner Paul Nyati, spoke on this and more on clarity regarding investigations.
The Zimbabwe Republic Police assures Zimbabweans that investigations in connection with the Kwazana children's tragedy are ongoing. As we speak, the Zimbabwe Republic Police is waiting for the full post-mortem results from the pathologist. And once the results are out, we will definitely inform the public on the developments. On the other hand, the Zimbabwe Republic Police sets the record straight that due to the current evidence, there is no proof whatsoever that either one or all of the children had missing body parts. We want to take this opportunity to caution the public, especially people who are misusing the social media platforms to cause alarm, to cause misinformation, and in the process mislead Zimbabweans. We also want to urge parents that it is their responsibility to look after children in whatever activity they will be undertaking. They have a responsibility to look after children. They have a responsibility to monitor the movement of children, wherever they are playing, whom they are associating with, even the food they will be eating. So we want parents to also compliment the police. And also, where an incident happens, we urge Zimbabweans not to play the blame game, rather to report to the police swiftly. Let us not take advantage of the grieving families. Let us report cases as they are fresh, as they are happening, so that we can all come together and try to find out exactly what is happening. And the Zimbabwe Republic Police will continue to pass condolences, will continue to grieve with the affected families. Consider that these are minors, these are youngsters who were destined to be the future leaders of this country, where we're going to get police officers, we're going to get teachers, lawyers. So definitely there is need for all Zimbabweans, especially parents, to reconsider the way we look after children while they are at home.
From that story, we are taking a short breather. Do not move an inch. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It is the second segment of Crime and Road Safety Watch. I must say thank you very much for staying tuned. The Zimbabwe Republic Police values maximum cooperation from you, members of the public, as well as various stakeholders in the fight against crime. Just recently, the Z32E hosted a law enforcement and public health network launch that happened at Police Golf Club in Harare. Let us hear more from Commissioner Dr. Edward Fusire.
Law enforcement and public health is a concept that was brought about around 2017 in Australia. It has been realized over the years that police officers work for public health safety. The public health practitioners likewise work for the same thing. In 2024, last year in December, we launched the African chapter of law enforcement and public health, which was launched in Pretoria in South Africa. In Zimbabwe, we did the networking. We have various groups, law enforcement agents, public health practitioners. We do have private stakeholders, medical aid societies that we have invited as colleagues to come to share ideas, network, and come up with something as a starting point. The main activity was to do with various topics that thematic topics that we then discussed. One was the new challenges that we are facing in law enforcement and public health, and the creation of resilience. The other one was to do with human rights. The other one was to do with justice and access to justice by the population, etc.
Meanwhile, Deputy Commissioner General Mind Elliot Ngirandi represented the Commissioner General of Police Stephen Mutamba as the guest of honor.
Indeed, today's event does not come in isolation. We have tried and tasted the value of multi-sectorial cooperation in public health, and it has borne fruits. When the COVID-19 pandemic swept across our nation like an evil spirit, who was at the forefront of enforcing life-saving regulations? The law enforcement officer. When a family is shattered by the scourge of gender-based violence, who is the first protocol of call for the survivor, and who turns to the physical and psychological wounds? The law enforcement and the health worker. When our youths are ensnared by this venom of drug and substance abuse, who confronts the trafficker and who rehabilitates the afflicted, we all do together. When policymakers, law enforcement agencies, health practitioners, academics, and communities unite, we are not just adding our strengths, we are multiplying it.
From that story, we move on to road safety issues with the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe.
We are here today conducting a defensive driving course for our cooperating agents, TTC instructors. What is a cooperating agency? A cooperating agency is a government department, a parastatal, or any other company that does defensive driving on behalf of Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe. Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe has got these cooperating agencies, and we've got two types of cooperating agencies. We've got company-owned cooperating agencies. These company-owned cooperating agencies, they are only supposed to do defensive driving courses for their own drivers. They are not allowed to do defensive driving for the public. Then we've got the second type where they are allowed to do defensive driving for the public. And here today we have got 14 participants that came out from a variety of cooperating agencies. We have got ZNA, we've got NRZ, we've got City of Fulawayo, we've got Junior Driving School, we've got Bitumen World, we've got Wanye Collier. They brought their employees. They are going to be trained for the whole week for them to be defensive drivers. After 1 week, if they've proved that they are capable of delivering the defensive driving course, they are going to go back to their organizations and under the guidance of their nearest traffic safety office, they are going to be doing the defensive driving course, and they are going to be monitored by the traffic safety officers. And when they are ready, and we feel that they are ready to do the defensive driving course on their own, they are going to be assessed, and they are going to be given a certificate. And that certificate is going to be valid for 1 year, and within that 1 year, we'll be expecting them to do defensive driving courses in their own organization. And when they do a course, they are supposed to liaise first with the nearest office at the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe. And on the first day of each course, a traffic safety officer will have to go in ascertain that all the people that have been registered, one, they have got driver's licenses, and secondly, they belong to that particular organization. We expect them to follow the same guidelines, the same way in which traffic safety presents the course. They are going to benefit in that their skill, their knowledge, and their attitude is going to be improved. They will be able to impart knowledge, skills to the drivers so that we are going to have less accidents in organizations and also less accidents within the country. We urge every company, whether we've got a cooperating agents or not, please make sure that you bring your drivers to Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe for a defensive driving course, which is a driver improvement program. And above the theory course that we do, we also take drivers for driver assessment and also for eye test.
This is a very important course for us as a city. And it's a driver improvement course. And our aim really in this course is to improve our driving skills. When we are done in this course, I'm with a colleague, we then go back to our corporate, to the city of Bulawayo, and now train other our drivers in defensive driving. It's a process we've been doing already, but now we are lucky that we are going through this TOT so that we can increase the number of drivers that we can train at a time. We don't have necessarily to all the time come to Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe to ask them to come and train for us. Now after this training, we can roll out this training to our drivers with their assistance, of course.
From the department I work with back at the Zimbabwe National Army, I'm under the Department of Transport. We do transport management for the whole organization, which is the Zimbabwe National Army. So we found it fit for me to come here to undertake this course, as it is helping us when we get back there to teach our drivers to reduce road traffic accidents. This is so because during the defensive driving course, drivers are being taught on how to drive to stay alive. And that's the most interesting part of the course, is driving safely and stay alive is very, very important, as it reduces unnecessary costs, unnecessary losses, and even death.
We are taking a short breather. We'll be right back in the third and final segment. Welcome back. It is the third and final segment of Crime and Road Safety Watch. Thank you for staying tuned. The ZRP periodically equips members and officers within the organization with requisite skills and training in order to offer the highest quality of service. Just recently, some officers and members within the organization underwent training workshops for the public relations officers as well as the traffic legislation course. The official opening for these two workshops happened at the new Assembly Hall at Mukushi Training Academy, and the Chief Staff Officer Training and Development in the Zimbabwe Republic Police Commissioner Wanda Tembo presided over as the guest of honor.
The CNL course focuses on strengthening the bonds between the police and the communities we serve, fostering trust and cooperation. The traffic legislation course aims to enhance our officers' understanding and application of traffic laws, ensuring safety and order on our roads. Both courses are indispensable pillars of effective policing. So today, through this structured learning, equipping our officers with the wisdom to navigate complex community dynamics and integrate legal frameworks. The role of community relations liaison officer is more critical than ever in our evolving society. They are the bridge between the police and the public. You must be the embodiment of our commitment to community-oriented policy. Their work involves active listening, empathetic engagement, and proactive problem solving, all aimed at building a safer and more harmonious society. This course will empower them with the skills to effectively communicate, mediate, and collaborate, transforming potential conflicts into opportunities for partnership. With the increasing volume of traffic and the complexities of modern transportation, a thorough understanding of traffic legislation is paramount. This course will provide our officers with the insight, knowledge, and practical skills necessary to enforce traffic laws fairly and effectively, contributing to the reduction of accidents and the smooth flow of traffic. Their expertise will not only save lives on our roads, but benefit the citizens as well. I urge you to embrace this opportunity with enthusiasm and dedication. Absorb every lesson, engage in every discussion, and apply every skill learned. You are the future of the Zimbabwe Public Police, and your commitment to continuous learning will undoubtedly elevate our collective capability.
We now move on to people who are on the police wanted list. This week's wanted persons are from Mashonaland East Province, and they are all being sought in connection with rape cases. The first one is Evans Mavova of Farm 1305, Gandamu East, Masasa. The second one is Gift Chigwerewe of Mbokochena Farm in Masasa. Lastly, Kisando Stephen of Matuku Village, Masasa, is also wanted by Masasa Police in connection with rape. Should you have information that may help in locating any of these wanted people, please feel free to visit or contact any nearest police establishment. Alternatively, you can talk to us on any of the following details. Our national complaints desk number is 0242 703 631. You can also talk to us on our WhatsApp number, that is 0712 800 197. Link with us on our website www.zetrapi.gov.zw. You can also talk to us on our email feedback@zetrapi.gov.zw. Talk to us on our X handle @Police Zimbabwe. Follow and like us on our Facebook page, Zimbabwe Republic Police. To those who may have missed any of our previous episodes, do not despair, as you can watch all crime and road safety watch episodes on the Zetrapi YouTube channel, Zimbabwe Republic Police. There you have it, viewers. It really has been a pleasure having you along on this week's episode of Crime and Road Safety Watch. Thank you very much for staying tuned. Here is hoping that we'll meet again next week, same time, same place. My name is Elliot Kudzai Ganyani, and on behalf of the Crime and Road Safety Watch crew behind the scenes and the Zimbabwe Republic Police in its entirety, do take care and see you next time.